And that there is how to play very bad music very badly. G'day everyone, Lucas here from the Aussie Gamers Experience, and today I have a video to show you about the two very best video games that were ever made for the Sega Mega Drive. Let's take a look. Alright, so I made a couple of purchases on eBay a couple of weeks ago, and they both have arrived today. And the first game, which I'm going to claim is one of the best games that was ever made for the Sega Mega Drive, is this one, Cool Spot. That's right. Have you heard of Cool Spot? If you want to argue with me on this one, I will go tooth and nail. Cool Spot was a game that was by Virgin Games. I think they're called Virgin Interactive these days, if they're still around. But Virgin Games. And it also, I don't know if it was sponsored by or had something to do with 7-Up. Or it just had 7-Up brand inside the game. I can't really see it on the box art or anything like that, but it was one of my favorite games growing up. And the thing that drew me to this one the most was the fact that the animations of Cool Spot, which was just this red spot, the animations were really cool for the time. They were nice and smooth and had a good frame rate to them, and I really enjoyed the game. It was just a platforming game, kind of like any other platformer of the time, left to right, jumping, collecting things and avoiding enemies, and it was actually brutally hard. But it had difficulty settings. This one actually, see that's inside the case there. This one actually had difficulty settings to it, which most of these platformers in the day didn't actually have. Cool Spot's cool chums, all called Spot, have been kidnapped and locked in cages. That's right, at the end of every level you unlocked and rescued one of them. Cool Spot's spot shots aren't powerful enough to bust open the locks on the cages. What he needs is cool shots, and the only way to get those is to collect enough cool points. Watch out for the uncool characters. A spot shot or two should take care of them, and collect the cool counters for cool points. You can definitely tell this was a game from like the 80s and 90s. When was this? Yeah, this is copyrighted 1993, so it's definitely a 90s game with the word cool being used so many times. But can you collect enough cool points to qualify for the bonus game? And there's the controls, and it's like for a Sega Mega Drive controller there. Hopefully that's focused. Alright, and we've got difficulty. There's normal, there's easy, normal, and difficult difficulty. There you go. And a whole bunch of settings and things like that, all in the booklet which came with this one. And this here is a Sega Mega Drive card. For those of you that are in the States, if you aren't aware, which you probably are aware if you're watching this video, this is a Sega Genesis. I think the carts are a little bit different than they are for the Genesis. I don't know, you tell me, do they look the same? That's my past. That's my childhood there, growing up. Cool Spot on a Sega Mega Drive. Loved this game. Gonna have to set up the old Mega Drive and have a few games of Cool Spot. Alright, let's have a look at the next one that I'm claiming is one of the best games that were ever made on the Sega Mega Drive. Next one, I don't think I'll get too many arguments for this one, is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Is that a sticker? That's a sticker underneath the plastic saying Classics. This must have been a re-release, not an original run. And this one, I don't know if I can see the copyright thing on it because it looks like it's torn off on the corner where that year might be. But anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now, a story about this one, the first time I played Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was at my older brother's house. If anybody knows the suburb of Werrington, at the time he lived there. And there was a local video store that would do rentals, and they rented out Sega Mega Drive games. And when this was brand spanking new, my brother's housemate, who shall go unnamed, simply because I can't remember his name. That's a lie. I think I do remember his name, but I'll still leave him unnamed. he rented this out, and I stayed over my brother's house for the weekend, and we just played this game non-stop. I didn't really get much further than level 1 to maybe level 3 if I was having a good run, but we just kept playing it over and over and over again. And I went home after probably staying the night at his place, and it was probably a week later I came over again, and he still had Sonic the Hedgehog 2 rented from this video store. And I said to him, have you still got that, or did you rent it out again? And he goes, no, I've still got it. And I said, when are you going to take it back? And he goes, when I'm good and ready. I said, how does that work? Like you've rented it. How much does that cost? And he goes, I don't care. And his opinion was the fact that he had it, it was as good as his. I'm pretty sure he never returned it. What an asshole. Didn't really make sense to me back then, but I was only young. I'm talking I would have been 10, 11, 12 maybe. But yeah, I think he stole that, looking back in hindsight. But anyway, one of my favorite all-time games. Now, this one I liked better than the original Sonic the Hedgehog because of the loop-de-loops and the addition of Tails, because you could play two-player, kind of. It was like a co-op style game. And but what it was, this Tails was kind of like a soft second character where Sonic was the main character. The camera would follow Sonic. So if Tails didn't keep up, then he just went off screen, and then later on he would fly back in by spinning his tails and catch up, and then the second player could continue playing. But yeah, if Sonic went on a mad speed run, old Tails here unfortunately would drop off. And a little bit of trivia for you as well. Tails, his name is actually Miles per hour. And if you say it together, miles per hour, as in not kilometers per hour, but miles per hour. So Miles Tails per hour was his name. And this is Sonic. Look at this one. Oh, and I believe the manual came with this one as well. This one's not in as good of condition as Cool Spot is. It looks like it's, I don't know if you can make it out. You can make it out a little bit there. It looks to have had maybe some water damage to the actual case. Hopefully the game didn't receive that kind of treatment. The game actually looks pretty good. That's the game cartridge there. And once again, for the Sega Mega Drive, so this one is a PAL cart. Avoid exposing cartridge to extreme temperature. Sega Aussie Soft. I didn't actually know that was a thing. What's Aussie Soft? I'll have a look at the other one in a second and see if that has it on it as well. But yeah, so we got the booklet. Once again, not in as good a condition as Cool Spot, but not the worst. Oh, this isn't a booklet. Oh, this opens up. Oh, it's like a postery sort of thing. Oh, and it's got writing on it. What does this say? Supersonic, Sonic with an E on the end. First level select, the 04010206, item select 010, level select sound key in 95650917. I don't actually know what that is. But yeah, back in the day when they came with instruction manuals. Special stage. If you have 50 rings when you touch a star, you'll see a star circle spinning around the star post. I never knew that. If you jump into the star circle, you'll go to the special stage. This is your chance to collect a Chaos Emerald. I think that might have been the beginning of the Chaos Emeralds back in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I'm not sure if they were in 1. Let's have a look, see if this has Aussie Soft on it as well. Made in Australia. Now, this one actually says made in Australia. Whoa. It said made in Australia on that one. And this one doesn't say anything. This one says Sega Aussie Soft Proprietary Limited. Underneath the Sega in the middle there. This one doesn't have it, but it says made in Australia under Sega. So I don't know what the go is there. Mega Drive, they're both called Mega Drives. I don't know, maybe that might be an overseas one. Oh geez, camera overexposed. There you go, my two best games from the Sega Mega Drive, Cool Spot and Sega Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Let me know what you think. Do you absolutely love these games like I do? Do you hate them? Do you think there are better games? Tell me. Comments down below. What do you think are the better games? Why is this overexposing? Doesn't matter. Oh, because it's locked. That's why. Whatever. Well, that's all I've got time for today, so thank you very much for checking out this video. I was just looking in the corner of my eye for the time because I just realized I need to go and pick my daughter up from school. Thanks for watching. I am Lucas from the Aussie Gamers Experience, and until next time, I will see ya.